Stop. Before you scroll, check your bank account notifications. Because in the next few weeks, some people in the UK are going to wake up to an extra £150 and not even realize why. No letter, no big announcement, just money landing. And the scary part? Other people who should get it won't. Not because they don't qualify, but because they never checked one tiny thing. This is one of those moments where the system doesn't tap you on the shoulder. It just moves on without you. You know that feeling when you're at the self-checkout, watching the total climb like it's got a mind of its own? Milk, bread, electric, gas. The numbers don't even look real anymore, and you're doing the maths in your head like, if I pay this today, what gets pushed back? That quiet stress, the one you don't always say out loud. You're not alone. Millions are right there with you, checking apps, checking meters, checking the calendar, waiting for payday like it's a rescue helicopter. And when someone says, support is available, it can sound like a joke, because half the time it's confusing, buried, or you find out too late. Now here's where it gets intense. The DWP has confirmed a £150 cost of living discount for millions. But it's not one simple everyone gets it thing. It sits behind a door with 4 locks, 4 benefits. And if you match even one of them at the right time, you could be in. But the window matters, the wording matters. And there's a reason some people will swear they're eligible and still get nothing. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 benefits to check, quickly and clearly, and then I'll tell you the biggest reason people miss out. And it's not what most people think. Stay with me, because the moment you hear the reason, you'll want to check your status immediately. Picture this like a Netflix-style investigation. We're following the money trail, not the rumors, not the Facebook comments, the actual eligibility route. Because right now, people are getting mixed messages from friends, family, and group chats. It's automatic. You have to apply. It's a scam. It's only for pensioners. And every wrong message wastes time. And when you're dealing with bills, time is not a luxury. So let's cut through it. Let's make it simple. 4 benefits, 1 discount, and 1 big trap. Here's the core. The £150 cost of living discount is linked to specific households and support schemes. In many cases, it's connected to help delivered through local councils or through entitlement-based triggers, meaning it's not always the DWP directly paying you like a normal benefit payment. And that's why it can feel invisible. People assume if DWP confirmed it, it'll land like universal credit. But some support works differently. It can arrive as a voucher, a credit, a deduction, or a payment routed through a different channel. That's why the first thing you need to do isn't panic. It's identify which benefit group you fall into. So let's go through the 4 benefits to check, one by one, and I'll keep it crystal clear. First, universal credit. If you're on universal credit, you already know how fast your situation can change month to month. But what matters here is whether you were entitled during the qualifying period. Because these discounts often don't care how you feel today. They care what the system recorded during a specific window. So if you've had a recent change, moved house, started work, got reduced hours, relationship change, your record might not look the way you assume. The key action: open your Universal Credit Journal and check your most recent statements and entitlement. Not just what you applied for, what you were actually awarded. Because sometimes people apply, think they're on UC, but they're awarded £0 in a period, and that can affect eligibility for certain help. Second, pension credit. This one is massive, and it's the one people miss the most because of pride, confusion, or just not realizing they qualify. Pension credit isn't just extra money. It can act like a golden key that unlocks other help. So if you, or someone in your house, has reached state pension age, this is one to check urgently. People assume, I've got a pension, so that's it. But pension credit is based on income levels and circumstances. And if you qualify and you're not claiming, it's like leaving money on the table while bills keep coming. The key action. Check whether pension credit is in payment or could be, because if it is, it can link you to extra support routes. Third, income-related benefits like income support, income-based job seekers allowance, and income-related employment and support allowance. These are older style benefits, but loads of people are still on them. And because they're older, people often get confused about what type they're on. For example, contribution-based ESA is different from income-related ESA. They sound similar, but the system treats them differently for certain support schemes. So the key action here is to find out which version you're on. If you have letters, check the wording. If you use an online account, check the entitlement type. If you're not sure, ring the relevant line or check with an advice service, but don't assume. Fourth, disability-related benefits and support routes. Now, I need to say this carefully. Not every disability benefit automatically triggers every cost of living discount, because PIP, DLA, attendance allowance, and carers benefits can be handled differently depending on the scheme. But here's what's important. If someone in your household is disabled or has long-term health needs, your household may be eligible through council-based cost of living schemes or household support funds that consider disability and vulnerability. Meaning, even if a specific benefit isn't the trigger, it can strengthen eligibility through the council route. The key action: check your local council cost of living support page and search for Household Support Fund, Cost of Living Grant, or Disability Support. Because this is where people miss the £150 even when they genuinely qualify on paper. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how do I know if the £150 is coming to me, and when? Here's the truth. There isn't one single universal payday for everyone, because different routes deliver it differently. Some are automatic. Some are council-led and require a check or application. Some have limited funding and close when they hit capacity. That's why I said earlier, some people will wake up to money landing, and others won't even realize they had to do something. And that brings us to the biggest trap. This is the part that makes people angry. The biggest reason people miss out isn't because they don't qualify. It's because their details don't match what the system needs at the exact moment it checks. That could be a simple address mismatch. It could be a council tax account not being updated after a move. It could be a benefit award changing to £0 for a single month. It could be that the household is eligible, but the council needs you to confirm something and the email goes to spam. Or the letter goes to an old address. Or you assumed it would be automatic, so you never looked. And here's the twist. The £150 is often tied to household-level records, like council tax bans or property records. So if your name isn't on the bill, or you're in a shared house, or you've recently changed who's responsible, the system might not recognize you the way you think it does. That's when two neighbors living on the same street can have totally different outcomes. One gets it without lifting a finger. The other qualifies but gets nothing, because of one missing link in the chain. So here's what I want you to do right now, like today. A quick 4-step check that takes minutes but can save you from missing the window. Step 1. Check which of the 4 benefit categories you're in. Universal credit, pension credit, income-related legacy benefit, disability-related support routes? Don't guess, confirm. Step 2. Check your details, address, bank details, council tax registration. If you moved recently, don't assume the update went through everywhere. It often doesn't. Step 3. Check your local council website for cost of living support and the £150 discount details. Search your council name plus £150 cost of living or household support fund. Look for deadlines. Look for eligibility wording. If it says limited funding, that's your warning siren. That means first come, first served. Step 4. If anything doesn't match, fix it immediately. or get advice. Citizens' advice can help, and many councils have support lines or local welfare assistance teams. And if you're helping a parent or grandparent, don't wait for them to get around to it. This is exactly how people miss out, because the paperwork sits on the table until the scheme closes. Now let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about 150 pounds. It's about what 150 pounds represents right now. It's a week of food for some families. It's catching up a meter before it goes red. It's a bill you don't have to dread opening. It's breathing room. And breathing room changes how you sleep, how you think, how you handle the next surprise. That's why this matters. And I want to say something blunt. If you're eligible, you are not taking from someone else. These schemes exist because millions are being squeezed at the same time. If you qualify, you qualify. Full stop. So here's the emotional truth at the end of this. The system won't chase you. It won't send a dramatic warning. It won't say, hey, you forgot to update your address. You're about to miss support. It will just move on. And you'll only hear about it when someone else mentions it casually like, oh yeah, I got that 150 pounds thing. And you'll feel that drop in your stomach. That, wait, what? Moment. I don't want that for you. Do the check. Take 10 minutes. If you're watching this and you know someone who's on universal credit, pension credit, ESA/JSA/income support, or has disability-related needs, send this video to them. Because the most painful miss is the one you didn't even know you were supposed to catch. If you want, tell me in the comments which benefit you're on. Just the name, nothing personal. And I'll reply with the exact place you should check first. DWP account, council site, or eligibility wording to look for. And if this helped you, subscribe, because I keep these updates fast, clear, and focused on what actually gets you support before the window closes.